What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by the channel. Today we are going to be going over week 14 of my ADF journey. Let's go ahead and get right into it right after this intro. Alright guys, so week 14, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You don't have to hit the like button right now, but go ahead and subscribe because a lot of you are not subscribers. But to my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Let's go ahead and get into what I ate for week 14 of ADF. Alright, to start out, this is on the 7th of August. And I just want to preface this week with this is the week that I actually went down to North Carolina with my mom to our family reunion, and so I had to alternate eating for a little bit. I don't know why this whole alternating eating is just, as far as, having to come off of ADF for a little bit. So I'm just warning you now. All right. So to start off, I had some bagels on the morning of the 7th. Two of them. I had an Asiago cheese bagel and a cinnamon raisin bagel. They were good. I didn't have anything on them, just put some butter on them. I'm pretty simple. And that was it. That's all I had for breakfast. Obviously, I have fiber before I even put this in my mouth, and a bottle of water. So moving on. That evening, we went to this place down at the harbor. It is called, I cannot remember now that I was just about to say it. Oh, it's called Redstone. They have really good food here. If you're ever at the harbor and you live in the area, I would try Redstone. It's pretty decent food. I will say the sides, the portion size is a bit small, but if you don't have a problem with that, then I would advise you go and check it out. So what you see pictured here is the appetizer that we had. Me and my wife split this. These were some like buffalo shrimp. They're really good. They were really good. Next, what you see right here, this is some baby back ribs. I believe that's a half rack. Yes, half rack of baby back ribs with a potato and some mac and cheese. I pretty much ate, I'm going to say I ate all of the mac and cheese. I ate all of the potato, and I feel like I bought some of the ribs home for my aunt. So I'm going to say that I didn't eat all of that. But yeah, and I didn't take a picture of my drink, but I did have a drink. It was just a margarita. Nothing to cry home about the margarita. So moving on to the 9th. For lunch, me and my wife went to Mexico. It's a Mexican restaurant called Mexico. And we always get a drink when we go here, and we always get a jumbo drink when we go here. And it's always frozen. I will either get the raspberry or the strawberry. This time I got the raspberry. It was delicious. Of course, you're at a Mexican restaurant, you're going to have chips. So I had some chips. I had for my meal, I had chicken fajitas. They were good. I pretty much eat all of that. And typically I will only have the 3 tortillas that come with it. That's all I'll have. So that's it. So I eat the three and then I'm done. Then ice cream sandwich. I had an ice cream sandwich. It was good. Y'all know how I do. For dinner, I had Charlie's, which is the Philly chicken sandwich, lettuce, mayo, mustard, ketchup, and some fries with a strawberry lemonade. I know y'all gonna say, you had that last week. I know. I had it again this week. My wife actually wanted to eat a Chipotle, and I didn't want Chipotle, so I got that because it's right next door. So that's why I got that. We had a little fast dinner that day, and we did that because we were going to a movie. So we have movie food. I actually had some popcorn. I did not get nachos because I was just too full to have them. So I had a little bit of popcorn, a little bit of Raisin Nuts, and a little bit of that Slurpee that you see there. That puts us into, that was the 9th. This is the 11th coming up. And this moves us into the trip down to North Carolina with my mom and my wife. So I'm just putting it out there now. You're going to see multiple days of food. This is me coming off of ADF to enjoy my family reunion without any issues. You know, the last time I was down there, I did fast, but I was doing OMAD when I went down there the last time, and so it was a little easier. So this time, because I was doing ADF, I just came off of it. You know, I didn't want my mom to be concerned that I wasn't eating and stuff like that. Even though she knows what's going on, I still didn't want her to be concerned. I wanted her to have fun, enjoy herself, especially after everything that has happened. I just wanted her to be happy. So just leading up to that. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right, one day at a time.
Always.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, you too. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the food. That was the mailman. He's a good guy. Always be good to your mailmans. My dad was a mailman, and it's a hard job, guys. So be good to your mailman. Give them gifts at Christmas. They really appreciate it. All right, so let's jump into the 11th of August. And I believe this would have been a Friday. Yes, this is a Friday. My mom loves Chick-fil-A, so we stopped and got some Chick-fil-A. I normally get a chicken sandwich and some chicken tenders and fries. Why do I do this? Not because I eat all of it. Typically, and y'all are gonna think this is so odd and weird, but hey, I'm putting my whole weight loss journey life out there. Why not put this out there too? So sometimes when I get the Chick-fil-A sandwiches, like it'll have like a thick piece of meat, and then I just can't bite into that. It's just weird. Me and my mom have the same weirdness. So I get the chicken tender, not the chicken tenders. I get the chicken nuggets to offset what I don't eat on the chicken sandwich. And I know it sounds completely odd and outrageous and like I'm wasting food, but for some reason I can't eat that thick piece of the chicken. And I'm sorry I'm doing all this scratching. I think my allergies are starting to bother me right now because I'm sitting outside and I'm so close to all of the grass and stuff. But I felt like sitting on the porch today. All right, so moving on from that was what we had for lunch. So when we finally got down there, we had dinner. So me, my mom, and my wife rode together, and then my aunt and then her little grandbabies rode together, and then my cousin and grandmother, my uncle, rode in a separate car. So when all of us got down there, we went and had dinner at Cheesecake Factory. What you see pictured here is what I had to drink, which was JW's pink lemonade. It's good to me. I like it. Always, always, always getting the bread from Cheesecake Factory. It's good, but the brown bread is good. The white bread is okay. The brown bread is good. So had some of that. And I got the chicken tenders with the mashed potatoes and the corn. I can never eat all of my food whenever I go to Cheesecake Factory. I just can't do it. It's so much food. What you didn't see pictured here, because I forgot to take a picture of it, was the Tex-Mex egg rolls that I had for an appetizer. Those are like amazing. I really like those. Some Cheesecake Factories get it good. Some Cheesecake Factories don't. This is one that got it right. So I was really pleased at that. And I always get barbecue sauce with the chicken tenders. So moving on, we had festivities at we went back to the hotel because the family reunion is at the hotel. So when we got back to the hotel, I basically had a bag of Doritos, and then that was it. I didn't have anything else after that. Moving on to the next day, we went to Top Golf as a family, and it was a whole thing of a group of us, and they cater. So their food is actually pretty good catered. I wouldn't have thought so, but it is. So what you see pictured here is some mac and cheese I normally don't like that crumble on it, but the crumble was good. And then cornbread, and then that sandwich looking thing on the side right there is the pulled pork. Oh my God. It was so good. Now, I don't know if all of them would be good like that, but I would hope they would use the same recipe for the pulled pork, but that was some good food. I did have a margarita. It was not good. Even though all of that is gone, I was just thirsty because it was hot. So that's what I had. Got back to the hotel, had me a bag of Cheetos, and then I didn't eat again until dinner. And for dinner, we had cornbread, some fish, a little salad, and some green beans. Now, there were other things there, but that's what I got because it was kind of like buffet style. So, you know, that's all I ate. That's all I ate. I did have a piece of cake. It was good, and I had some water because they had like sweet tea, but I didn't want any tea, so I pretty much just drank water or had a drink when I was down there. But this particular night, I only had water. Later that night, they had like little snacks, and it was inclusive of some wings. So I got me some wings, and then what you see are some of the 8 wings and me with just a Hennessy on the rocks. So that was good. Moving on to the 13th, which is the next day, I went to Waffle House because if I'm in the South, I'm definitely getting Waffle House for breakfast, hands down. It doesn't matter. I don't care. If anybody comes with me, I'm going to the Waffle House. I really love it. So what you see pictured here is 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches and a blueberry waffle. That is pretty much what I get every single time that I go to Waffle House. What I had to drink was some apple juice, and you can't see it in any of the pictures, unfortunately, but just know that I had it. Okay, moving on to that evening, we had, I'm sorry, not the evening, it was kind of like brunch, so 12 o'clock-ish hour, because Waffle House was breakfast. So what you see pictured here is some chicken. The chicken was good, some corn, some greens, and a salad. And right in the middle there is some cornbread. That was good. Everything on the plate was good except for the macaroni and cheese. Whoever did the macaroni and cheese put way too much egg in it, and that's why it looks like that. So I did not eat. What you see there is how much I got. I only had like a piece of it. All right, so coming home, we just came home on that meal, and me and my wife wanted to get dinner, and she loves crafty, so we went back. She loves it and I love it. I can't blame it all on her. So we had crafty crab when we came back. Turns out my aunt was at crafty too, so everybody had the same idea, but they sat at a separate table. But I got the boil bag, and I got the shrimp and some hush puppies instead of corn or potato, and that was it. I did not get a drink there. As far as an alcoholic beverage, I just got lemonade. So that's all I had, and that does it for the week. And this is week 14. And remember that I came off of ADF for the weekend for the family reunion. So let's go ahead and get to why y'all are really here, which is the weight. Let me do some calculations and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did also want to say that I didn't weigh in like I normally weigh in, meaning I waited until the next day, not Sunday, because I traveled home on Sunday, so I couldn't weigh in on Sunday, so I weighed in on Monday. So the weigh-in date is going to be the 14th and not the 13th, just so you're aware. Full transparency right now. So when I weighed in last week, we were at 255.8 with a 49.9% body fat. Moving to when I weighed in on that Monday, the 14th, I went up to 263.1 pounds with a body fat percentage of just 49. So lost 0.9 body fat, lost 0.9 of that. I mean, that's okay. You know, I'll take any loss, right? But if we calculate that out for this week 14, I gained 7.3 pounds. And this is all to be expected. I wasn't expecting to lose any weight this week, considering how I had to eat. And I say had to eat, how I chose to eat this past weekend. So, you know, I knew that I was going to come in gaining some weight. But we know that there are corrective measures that I can put into place in order to, you know, kind of balance out what is happening. And to be honest with you, last month was crazy, and this month is going to be crazy too, because family reunion was last week. This week coming up, it's a birthday event that's happening with one of my friends, and we're going to Canada. So stay tuned for that, so you can see what I do. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. So you can see what I do, but you can guarantee that there's gonna be, you know, something, a gain of some sort, just simply because I'm coming off of ADF. So I wanna make sure I keep saying that when I hit these game weeks, it is because I am coming off of ADF. I am choosing to do that because of certain things that are happening in my life. But remember, if you're doing ADF and you completely stay on it, then chances are these gains are not going to happen for you, because you're sticking with the protocol. You're not coming off of it, and you know, you're staying with the program. So this is strictly because I am coming off of it, and we'll see how I do next week to see, you know, if I gain or if I lose, or how much I gain, how much I lose, based off of this week, and then going into a whole nother week where it's not a whole week, but it definitely is going to be a weekend where I'm going to choose to eat so that I can be social with everybody, and, you know, be with everybody when the birthday stuff is happening. So if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button. And like I always say, guys, if I can do this, you can for sure, even though it was a game week, okay? I will catch you in the next one.